One of the questions I get asked most when I'm presenting on Power Automate is what's the difference between Power Automate and Logic Apps? They both are workflow automation tools. They're both cloud-based. They both have web interface designers to create your flows with. They're both by Microsoft. So what's the difference between the two of them? They both look very similar to one another. And really, the biggest differences between the two are the target audience. Power Automate is targeted towards end users, the citizen developers who are out there, working with, HR records or whatever it may be that they're working on day to day. They just need something simple to automate their day to day workflow processes. Logic Apps, on the other hand, are targeted more towards high end developer situations where they need to automate a process with a large number of records or activities that need to be handled. And that's really the biggest difference between the two. There is a website out here that targets or that details some of the differences between the two systems. And it's a couple years old. It's a little bit out of date, but it's still mostly accurate. Again, the focus between the two, one's towards Power Automate is towards end users, Logic Apps towards the pros. They're licensed differently. Power Automate is licensed on a per user basis for the most part, whereas Logic Apps is consumption based, like just about everything in Azure. They both have web designers for the tooling. Logic Apps also lets you design in Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code on top of the web interface designer. They have mostly the same set of connectors. There's a few that Logic Apps has that are in addition to Power Automate. But for the most part, they have the same list of connectors to external systems. But really, that's the biggest differences between the two. Again, Power Automate is targeted towards the citizen developer, the end user, whereas Logic Apps is mostly targeted towards developers and high performance situations.